you can finally create nice and interactive lists in Control, and I can't wait to show you how to do it. Okay, so we'll have this list demo page right here. So as you see, there is nothing on the page, and we click right here on the components, and we go to lists, and we already have 4, and we'll have more, but let's start with program. That's the most basic list component in a system, and a super powerful one. We can hide layers for that one. So here's our list. We have a default list with 7 items right here. And first things first, if you haven't seen any other components videos, and if this is your first one, the very first thing I want to show you is the difference between editing and previewing mode. It's super simple. By default, you land into edit mode, so you see all those little handles, and you can drag them, and you see your list will expand. Like top padding will increase, bottom padding will increase, and you can adjust your column widths, and you can adjust your overall padding and stuff like that. So you can also change like column widths and padding settings within columns. Super useful, so you can create any kind of layout you want. And that's edit mode, and you can also edit here multiple settings. But if you double clicking leads you to the preview mode. So once double clicked, you can preview how your list works. And to exit from preview mode back to the editing mode, you just hit escape and you're back. Double click preview, escape, edit. All right, so that's the first one. We covered padding settings right here and preview and edit. Let's go to the colors. Colors are cool. So all the colors in component are collected right here. So you have default colors like that, and you can have hover colors. Like for example, for text, we're gonna have hover like green. So now double click, and we have different hover colors. And for this little image that's hanging around here, you can turn image on hover, or you can turn it off. Let's turn it on, and let's maybe make it a bit bigger. So this is a range of your image. It can be from 200 to 200. You can randomize the size, or if you want exact size, you can just say, for example, 600 here and 600 here, and it's always going to be a 600 image right here. And you can have image positioned at a cursor, just like that, or it can be positioned left, it can be positioned center, and it can be positioned right. My favorite one is for cursor, and you can turn interpolation on, which will create this cool effect, or you can turn it off, and it will just be static, just like that. Once I covered those basics, we can come back and go to another list that I assembled right here. So if we click, we have image and hover, and we can preview this image and hover beautifully here. Colors we covered. Image settings. Image settings are what? You can have size, you can have position, and I think that's it. And you can also have, this is similar to the grids, you can have auto or fixed. So that's amount of entries. If you want to have all the entries in your list that you have in your content panel right here, you can see if we're gonna expand this panel, we'll have like 9 entries. Those are 9. Or if you want to have fixed amount of entries, you can select fixed and choose like 3. And it will only show you 3 entries right here. Let's switch it back to auto. You can also select mean height for your columns, all of those simple settings that you can figure it out. Entry hover, cool one. So we have default, we have blinds, we have multiple other, this is reveal, this one is also pretty cool, or none, or wherever. Divider widths, this one has no divider, but we can add a divider. We can also show it on top, bottom. That's simple stuff. What else? Here are your column order, which you can change. So we have 1, 2, 3. For example, we suddenly want to make this one second column to be the first one. So we just can switch it right here. And as you see, now it's the first column. Super easy if you already created your list, but then want to make some changes. Responsive features are also here. You can select and edit your styles separately on all layouts. Right here, cut settings, super easy. If you want to create cut, boom, and you can have this CO beautiful thing that will expand all your entries. I will turn it off. Super simple. Text settings is the same as we have in grids. You can basically change your typeface to be something else, like our original Arial or wherever, cool one. And then if you want to apply those settings for all other columns, you can just right click, apply to all, and instantly you have completely different list. You can change a bit like sizing and apply to all, so size will change and you have yourself a list. What else? Content super easy. You're adding an image, you're adding text, you can add a link. What else is here to cover? I think that's it. And we have much like some few other settings. You can select amount of columns, of course, and overall grid widths, and you can select with grid alignment. So for example, it's aligned on the center right now, but you can make it, for example, 700. Like now everything is just collapsed, but let's select, for example, 2 columns, and you can align those to the left or to the right. And then you can hit escape and we can play around with sizing so those columns, and you can have some static image right here, and you can have your list on the right side of things or in the middle or wherever you want. Let's bring it back right here and add some other columns like 3, 4, 5, whatever you want. You can also play with text alignment right here. So right now all the text is aligned on center. You can align it on top or bottom, or you see, or wherever. It depends on your design. Super flexible, allowing for experiments and what's not. There's also a list. Go try them out. And there's just one, there's just program, and we have a few more, and I'll cover them in the next tutorials. See ya.